In this tutorial, we'll go over the Referrals tab. As you can see, we're already on the Referrals tab here. This is a key function of Halora and the biggest reason why I am hoping to create this platform. In this video, we will talk about how to create a referral, search for referrals, and extract information that we receive from referrals that we have posted. To create a referral, we're going to click on this top part here, and this window will pop up. As you can see, it says all fields are optional unless marked required. So please include the most important information that you believe is needed for this referral to be accepted by another provider and or finding a provider that is the best fit. I'm going to start by just creating a random referral. So let's say I have a client that lives in Renton, Washington, and they are 24 years old. This client is a female and they would like telehealth services. So I'm going to unselect in person. We'll press continue. So for example, this client came in with various topics, but the main topics that they are talking about are anxiety, racial identity, and maybe depression. So I'll select those. They are requesting individual therapy, and they personally do not have any modalities in mind, nor do they care about gender preferences of the provider. So I'll keep all this blank. However, they are hoping to have a provider that is LGBTQI plus affirming. So I'm going to select this. And we'll press continue. In this tab, we can select their insurance, and this client has Kaiser insurance. So we're going to select Kaiser Permanente, and they are not open to private pay. They would like a provider that only accepts their insurance, so we are not going to select this. Adding availability. So if this potential client only has availability in the mornings, I can add that here. So I can say they are available from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every weekday. And I'll save that slot. I can add potential information about their availability here if needed. And we can add client identity and language preferences if you'd like. And if not, no worries. Here, this box is to include additional information to explain this referral. So for example, I can write, and that would explain a little bit more about what this client is experiencing. However, please note to not include PHI, protected health information, in this area. And I will press continue. And then it will allow me to verify all this information prior to submitting the referral. And now the referral has been created. I can see the referral here in the My Requests form. And after people have expressed that they are interested, the interested providers will pop down here. And then also, as you can see, the referral card is simplified. And if you want to see more information like the availability, cultural lens, and clinical context, the additional information can be seen if you select more details. If I am on the other end, I am looking for referrals, or I am searching for clients that could be a potential fit for my practice, I can scroll through this if I'd like, or I can use the filters to help with this preferences. So for example, in my practice, I only work with clients 18 and up, so I'm going to add a minimum age, and I provide individual therapy. Now, I can also add the fact that my availability right now is only to accept clients on Mondays at 4 p.m. And I'm gonna save this slot before pressing done. Now I can see if any referrals match this availability request. And unfortunately, there are none. So currently, there are no referrals that match my availability. So I can cancel this out, but I can still scroll through to see some other potential referrals that are here. I also want to highlight that again, we are seeing the simplified card. And if you think that this is a potential client that could match your practice needs, you can press show details and it will show more. And if this is a referral that is a good fit for your practice, you can press you're interested and add a brief message to the provider and or client that could stand out, that could make you stand out over the other referrals that are coming in. And I can say I have something like that, and then pressing express interest. And now you can see that it was registered because the interested tab goes to 1. I also want to highlight the report feature. If at any point you see a referral card that is including PHI or you feel like it shouldn't be including the information or is in need of being reported, please click report and then confirming that you need to report this. Okay. And then I also want to highlight if you ever change your mind thinking about this and think that, oh, wait, yes, I selected interested, but this availability doesn't match mine. You can press interested once again and withdraw your request. Okay. Now, the other side of if I am a provider and I have a referral. So for example, this is my provider page. I can express that I am interested. Also note that the message is optional, so you can just express interest also. So I'll express this interest. And now I'm going to briefly log out of this profile and log into mine to show you what it looks like on the other end of this profile. Okay, we're logged back in, and this is my provider profile. So I can go to my requests. These are requests I have created cards for. And I can see that someone expressed interest. So I can select down and see this provider. I can also select on their name to go to their profile to see if they could be a potential fit for this client. I can go back and see my request again, interested providers. And then if there are multiple providers, you can press this select button, or even just this one. You can press the select button, select this provider, copy provider information, and now this information is copied to your clipboard. You can go to any document or email address, and we can paste the information. What gets pasted is the provider's name, the message they sent, and their website of where a client could get in contact with them. I also briefly want to mention that if you are on this My Request page and you see your own cards, you can also choose to search for providers after this referral card is created. And what this will do is if we click it, It will search for providers that match these clinical expertise. So if you do not get any interest and or if you want the information immediately, you can do this, see a list of providers that show up, and select them as you see fit. Okay, I think that is all the information for the referrals section. If you have any questions or any feedback, please reach out to us at this share feedback form. Thanks again.